Alright, Omega Warlord, tell us what we're looking at.
Alright guys, so myself as Dark Eldar I rolled the initiative, so I deployed first, and here's my deployment. Okay, I got my Ravager back there in the back and the other one here in the corner. And I've got 3 Venoms, all with, we got 5.
These guys?
Yes.
Okay.
3 Venoms all have 5 warriors, Calbite warriors in them, each, and 1 blaster in each. And then right here I've got my 6 Ravagers, the 2 cluster Caltrops, right? Cluster Caltrops. In reserve, I have my Flesh Artist Yoltrex and some witches to go with him. And this is my Witch Drug, okay? Painbringer. +1 toughness, which is all well and good. So that's my deployment. It is Hammer and Anvil. Alright, so take a look at the board here. See this big great thing right in the center? That's our
oh, right here?
Yeah, that's our volcano right there.
Here's our relic.
Yes.
You might recognize that from another game system. I'm not going to say why.
Alright. Alright, and this is Thayvian's deployment.
Right here. This is my deployment, guys. We got Daedalus the Sorcerer. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of him as the campaign continues. 10 cultists, and Abaddon the Despoiler, left hand of the War Master, clone son of Horus. So yeah, it's good stuff. Let's see what happens.
Alright, so there we go. Also, what do you have in reserve?
Oh yes, in reserve over here I got 10 cultists, I got 10 more cultists, and I have the Bringers of Despair. That means all of them have +1 weapon skill and initiative skill. Ballistic skill and weapon skill.
There you go.
Okay. These 3 black dudes here, they all have really long fingernails. So they've got lightning claws. These 3 guys have combi meltas. This guy with the autocannon is my champion, and he is the bearer of the Icon of Excess, and they all have the mark of Slanesh. So in review, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, initiative 5, feel no pain on this squad.
Alright then. Okay.
And so that's what I've got in my reserves. And yeah, I guess we will see you guys after the end of player turn 1. Yeah, that's right. Omega Warlord's supposed to go first.
Right, I'm supposed to go first, and before I forget, if you'll notice, these armies aren't really very big. So we are going to play, this is a 1,000-point battle, and for 2 reasons. One is, honestly, I study chess, and part of studying chess is to learn each piece on its own, on a blank board, to understand its parts. So that's part of the idea. A lot of people play really, really high point levels, and you learn how to move all the things at once, but you can really unlock potential of your units by playing them in small pieces, learning them on their own in a vacuum. So that's one reason why it's nice and small. The other one is because we want to escalate the storyline. So that's a very good reason there. Also, we forgot to mention, this battle is supposed to be taking place in a large crater with pipelines and such. And so the inside of this crater is very, very dark. So it's actually going to be night fight till turn 4 by our rules, which is awesome for my Dark Eldar, and not so much, actually.
Not so awesome for my guys. But I wrote a lot of the scenario, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't write it to my benefit. So I kind of threw that in there.
All right, and that was before I knew what I was playing. So we'll see you guys at the bottom of my turn 1. Actually, correction, I'm going to go second.
Yeah, he's going to choose to go second and allow me to go first, so unless he inexplicably develops a way to seize the initiative, I'll be going first, and we'll see you at the end of my turn 1.
See you then.
Addendum, my psychic powers are here. I have rolled for invisibility, hemorrhage, which used to really not be good, but is apparently now good. Go figure. And then enfeeble. So those are my powers, and yeah. Alright guys, so pretty straightforward. I was here, roughly. I moved up, and then I ran. Yay! Oh, and I'm invisible.
Alright.
For all the good it'll do me. So that's player 1, turn 1. See you at the end of player 2, turn 1.
Short and sweet, good to eat.
Okay, Omega Warlord, what we got?
Alright, so I moved around. That's what you got. Moving people around to take shots at the invisible Abbey unit. Back over here, Reavers turbo boosted up. I didn't go my full length. Didn't feel like I needed it right now. Alright, but they're sitting there waiting, biding their time. And then all I did was I caused a wound to Abbey and killed a cultist thanks to invisibility.
Okay.
So
here's his guys. They didn't move a whole lot. Alright. So guess we'll see you at the end of my second turn. Here we go. I didn't move. except to get up on this rock and gain control of the relic, which is here being held by this guy, who I'm sure will certainly take a lot of flack. They are once again invisible. You know, a little bit of an interesting thing over here with the bikes. I've enfeebled the bikes, and my hope was to then subsequently use this power against them, which would have been more effective with their lower strength and toughness. But I did not succeed in casting that one. So on a lark, I tried invisibility and I got it. And he tried to counter it and did not.
Correct.
So the bikes are enfeebled. I shot at them. He lost 2 bikes because he failed his 2-up jink and his 6-up feel no pain, which is just insane.
Yeah, don't forget it's a night fight, so I had stealth, plus skilled rider, plus jink, and then had a 6-up feel no pain.
Yeah, despite all of that together, he lost 2 bikes, which I guess is okay, and he took a morale test and he passed.
Yep.
So there you go.
Oh.
When I failed to bring in, these guys came in from reserve, and these guys did not come in, and neither did these guys.
Alrighty.
So now we're gonna do player 2, turn 2.
Alright.
Alright, Warp Wide Wargamers. Tell us what's up, Omega Warlord.
Alright, well, first off, my witches with the homunculus with the webway portal came in. I love this thing. I know Dark Eldar is a new codex when we're filming this, but this webway portal's awesome. I love it a lot. So they came in, his liquefier gun plus their pistols decided to take out some cultists, but they stayed.
I passed my morale, yes.
Not a big deal. The rest of my army, now you're seeing some aftermath. We'll explain about that in just a moment. The rest of my army shot a whole lot at the invisible cultists and Abbey and sorcery unit and did basically next to nothing. I think I might have killed 1 cultist with like one of the Ravagers or something.
Right.
But as you can see, there aren't any cultists.
Yes, sadly the cultists have all gone the way of all things.
And there also aren't any jet bikes. The jet bikes, which were here, turned and assaulted in, and on the Hammer of Wrath, killed all the cultists and caused a wound to Abbey. It was absolutely astronomical. Now, we did say that the Hammer of Wrath in this case gets around invisibility because it hits automatically. That is, I know, up for debate, and that may be something we see at some other time. Maybe in a segment like this roundtable discussion or something.
Right, where we discuss this. I'm with you. I'm with you.
But we'll see. But that was really nice for the jet bikes. They came in and did that. I did kill a cultist squad in assault. So that's me 2 victory points instead of 1.
So let's note that.
I did. And
oh, yep,
what I did not note was first blood.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because I did kill the cultists before Abbey killed me back, so...
Sanguinarius primaris.
So there we go. A little bit of first blood there. But turned out pretty well. We're going to go to turn 3 and now get a 5-up feel no pain all the way across the board. It's still night fight, so...
Oh, yes, in case it wasn't clear, yes, I know you mentioned this a second ago, but you got the new Dark Eldar book, which makes them competitive, against my old Chaos book, which makes it not competitive. So here we are. We're experiencing new combat drugs and all kinds of funky rules with power from pain, which is why his entire army has a default save increase depending on the turn.
Yep.
So that's a lot of fun. But for my invisible unit, I think I would have already been tabled. But here we go. We're gonna try this, and I'll see you at the end of my 3rd turn. Okay, guys. This is turning out about like what you'd expect. I brought these guys in from reserve. They decided to deep strike, and they got a direct hit.
Yep.
So they've got their little death daisy here. I shot 3 meltas into this squad and did one death. These guys spent all of their time at the spa getting a manicure, so they've left their guns accidentally at the foot palace. So they've got their claws. They don't get to shoot. These guys tried to fire here and assault and
died to Overwatch.
Were utterly destroyed by the
liquefier gun.
Some kind of crazy spray silly string gun that the homunculus has. And this volcano finally decided to blow up, and it scattered 6 small blast markers here, pretty much everywhere but where there were people.
Some over here.
Couple went off the board. So we may have to adjust this mechanic, I don't know. May have to make it scatter less or make it a bigger blast or something, but yeah, that was completely useless. No one died. These guys are in the exact same place they were, and they did nothing.
That was your turn.
So, yeah. Now Abby is broken off, and he's going to try to make a run for his
little
Terminator brothers. Oh, and the sorcerer is invisible still.
Yes, he's invisible, and he has that cool relic.
And he's holding the relic with 1 wound left. So yeah, that's the end of my turn 3. We will see you at the end of Omega Warlord's turn 4.
Turn 3.
Turn 3?
I went second.
Oh yeah. Turn 3.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right, Omega Warlord. Where are we gonna begin? You gonna start over here with the witches?
Start over with the witches. So, witches moved up. Didn't shoot because, again, my objective is to kill cultists in close combat. So I assaulted in, and the razor flails by themselves decided to dispatch those last 2 cultists. Netted me 2 kill points.
Yes, as you can see here on the board.
All right. Also, you see on the board there's STWL. This Ravager,
Yes.
who I call Sir Lancelot because he has all the dark lances,
Okay.
shot and took out Abby. So Abby kind of broke off, and I saw an open vector there and shot him. Everybody else couldn't see, or everyone who could see.
See, he's totally behind the rock. You can't see him, so.
So they fired around, and those who could see didn't hit him because he's invisible. So that was that. So that's all I got there was I killed Abby, and the witches got those cultists, and it'll be turn 4 for Thayvian. His last cultist squad comes on, and
the night fighting ends.
The night fighting ends, but I do now get Fatal Pain and Furious Charge, and my witches now have Fearless.
Yes. His power from pain thing goes off every round now and affects the entire army, which, as we all know, is completely fair. So we're going to move into my next turn. We'll see you at the end of it. All right, Warp Wide Wargamers. We're drawing towards the end here. Over here, the Bringers, in a fit of rage to avenge the disappearance of their leader, has decided to come over here and unleash righteous reciprocity on these witches and their little buddy here who's running this thing. To varying degrees of success, I killed a couple of witches, and I didn't lose any Terminators. So that's a plus. But we're stuck here because they're fearless because he has a thing that makes them fearless. Okay. So then over here, the sorcerer is invisible again. And he still has his 1 wound, and he is clutching to the football in ways that would make Philip Fulmer very proud, where he's still around.
Very nice.
Yeah, and let's see, over here the cultists came in from reserve and then ran, and they're loving this tree, man. It's like, aw, Nurgle. Oh, pretty tree, we're gonna hug. Alright, and they're hiding, and they're hanging out. And nothing over here really changed. They're just
still waiting on my turn.
Sort of waiting on stuff. So we will see you at the end of the next player's player turn. All right. So let's start in the middle this time. There's this really weird shaped relic right here. He's like all green and stuff.
So one of my venoms decided to actually finally penetrate through the armor, as Dark Eldar say, death by 1,000 cuts. So I penetrated the armor of the sorcerer and laid him down, so now I've got to try and grab him. That's one of my mission objectives, is to grab him. I could care less about this actual relic, but I'm going to try and grab him. So I moved forward to do that, and then the only other thing we did is we fought a combat and I lost a witch. I can't kill him, but he's having a hard time killing me, so we're going to sit there and just wiggle our fingers at each other and say, no, you can't touch me.
Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. So
we'll be going on to turn 5, which possibly could be the last turn.
Could be, and the volcano did nothing, for those of you at home that were paying attention to the volcano.
Exploded once so far and is yet to actually do anything.
Yeah, it blew its wad. Now it's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna hang out. All right, so we'll see you guys at the end of the next player turn. All right, guys. So here we are at the end of my turn 5. My sorcerer is still dead.
He did not resurrect. He's not a Necron.
And yeah, here we go. I killed a couple of more witches. It's kind of like chipping away at a mountain with a Minecraft wooden axe.
Wooden axe on that mountain.
Yep.
Wow.
Wooden axe.
Yes.
Not the good cobblestone axe, mind you.
No.
No.
Oh.
So
the volcano had its moment again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it exploded and did nothing.
It hit all around the circle where there was nothing.
Yep, it deforested the Nurgle trees, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to expand the size of the boulders. I think we're gonna have to throw a large blast in here, see if that helps anything.
That, or maybe not 3d6 plus 6. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure the mechanic out later. But anyway, so that's the end of the turn, and yeah, so we'll see you at the end of Omega Warlord's turn 5. So,
here's what we got.
what'd you guys do?
So, first off, due to the situation in the world, my engine overheated here, and he immobilized himself, so he took a whole point, but my guys jumped out and grabbed the Sorcerer Relic. And then everybody moved up to screen, just in case, because, you know, never can be too careful.
You never know when these cultists hiding in the trees are going to suddenly have real guns and be able to do something, so...
You never know.
You know.
Never know.
So then over here...
So, more in the combat. I lost my last witch. Well, not my last witch. My Hecatrix is still there in the challenge, but the Homunculus is now kind of by himself. And he took a couple of wounds, and it's not looking good for him now. So, but that's what it is. Now it's turn 5. Let's see if it goes on.
All right, let's see. It does not.
It's a 2. So that's the end of game. I hold the relic of the sorcerer, so that'll net me a couple of points. So it looks like Dark Eldar get the sorcerer this game.
4-0, guys.
They get the game there, but you know, we'll see how the story goes. You never know.
New book, old book. Here we go. 4-0. Actually, I guess it's 6-0. And he killed Abby.
I did get Abby.
And he killed the sorcerer, which means he now gets to go and do perverse things to Daedalus.
I captured him. My homunculus is still over there, alive.
Yep, if it had continued, I would have gotten my my little bonus, but it didn't. So
Right.
they just disappear, and I leave in shame.
But Fleshmaster Yortrex will, I'm sure, have some words with Mr. Delidus. Is that right?
Daedalus?
Daedalus. All right.
Or Daedalus? I think it's Daedalus. Yeah, it's Daedalus.
Daedalus. All right.
D-A-E-D, yeah.
So that sounds good. Look for the story. I'll probably post it up along somewhere with the report so you guys can follow along. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Share us, like us, subscribe us, and we'll catch you next time.
Indeed.